In order to take care of the mischievous mind, we go to the next station. From karma to janma. And then what do we have to do with this janma? We have to lead this janma according to dharma. Dharma is the code for living this life in the best way possible. Whoever is born has to die. But whoever dies does not need to be born again. And that depends on how you have lived this life. If you have lived this life as per the dictates of dharma, punarjanma na vidyate. You do not need to come again. Every sage, saint and spiritual master has given this message. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also used to always say, you do not need to wait for several lifetimes to achieve your final destination. Here and now in this lifetime you have the capacity to achieve it if you decide to live your life as per dharmic injunctions. 4 stages of human life. Brahmacharya, student stage. Grihastha, householder stage. Vanaprastha, you move out of active household responsibilities. And sannyasa, you give up all responsibilities and focus on God all the time. Swami equated these 4 stages with 4 key objectives of these 4 phases. What is the key objective of Brahmacharya? The key objective of a student stage is to develop self-confidence. 2 kinds of self-confidence. Self-confidence that he is capable of achieving whatever he wants to. Self-confidence as in confidence in the self. And all the training and grooming that we do in the student years of our lives is to ensure that just like Prahlada and Dhruva were established in their love and faith in God, the younger generation is established in their love and faith in God. Because that is the true self-confidence that helps them in the most difficult stages of their life. Second stage, Grihastha, your householder stage. What is it equivalent to? Self-satisfaction. Two objectives again. You satisfy yourself, you get into the householder stage because you have a lot of worldly desires which you want to fulfill. But there is another self-satisfaction. You have to satisfy the self. All those desires have to be achieved as per the dictates of the self, which is dharma. Third stage, vanaprastha. You give up active life. You continue to live in society. In earlier years, you used to move to the forests. Here you live in your house, but you are mentally giving up your responsibilities because you want to be focusing more on spiritual activities. What is the equivalent of that? Self-sacrifice. What is the meaning of self-sacrifice? Here the S becomes small. The individual self that you are, your individual identity, that needs to be sacrificed and given away. I am not this body, and I'll come to that a little later. Last stage, sannyasa ashrama, renunciation. What is that renunciation? Self-realization. You have to realize that you are no different from. And Swami has given 6 stages of that. When you turn 60, we celebrate 60th birthday, party, balloons, cake. 60th birthday has to be celebrated by giving up the 6 Arishad Vargas. Kama, Krodh, Moha, Lobh, Mada, Matsarya should no longer affect you. That is the true celebration of 60th birthday. Anybody whose 60th birthday is coming up, that is your key result area. 70th birthday, you have to become like the Saptarishis in wisdom. You have to be complete in your wisdom of this world and the other and behave like a sagacious individual in society. 80th birthday, you have to be like the Ashtadikpalakas who guide and guard the 8 directions and ensure that anything and everything in that direction is protected. Your presence should be such that anybody and everybody feels protected physically, professionally, spiritually, emotionally, socially. That's the kind of presence and vibrations a person in his 80th year needs to develop. 90th birthday, you should be like the Navagrahas. The 9 planets are moving round and round and round. Only the sun, day and night, year after year, millennium after millennium, there is no change in their focus. They are going round and round and round the sun. By the time you turn 90th, you have a whole single focus, God and God alone. Nothing else. Day, night, season, celebration, consolation, whatever the occasion. 100, sun, centum, fulfillment, mergence. you become divine yourself. That is the kind of target we have to have for every decade. Your 60th birthday target is to have a couple of million in the bank account so that if the social security stops, I'll get interest to sustain myself. Please do it. We should be self-sufficient, but we should also have parallel spiritual goals, because the social security and the interest from the bank has to be left here only and gone. All that will come with us is these achievements that we have made in our own self.